Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. You all had your breakfast, right? Yes? Yes? All set for the day? Once again, let me try. Good afternoon, everyone. That's fantastic. This is the energy I'm expecting from you. Well, on behalf of Tata AIG, I'm your host, Mayuri Malankar, and it gives me absolute pleasure to welcome you all to Management Development Program 2024. Let's begin this beautiful event with a huge round of applause, everybody. Come on. We are thrilled to have you all join us here today to celebrate the incredible achievement of Tata AIG's 150 producers who have been qualified for the annual loyalty program, Giant Steps, in financial year 2023 with an outstanding annual business contribution of more than 50 lakhs. Isn't it amazing, guys? You all deserve a round of applause. You are the champions. Also, we are incredibly proud to announce that Tata AIG stands as the third largest private general insurance company with a remarkable top line exceeding more than 15,000 crore in the financial year 2024. And this would have not been possible without all of your hard work and dedication. So you guys are amazing. Keep up the good work. And we have some guests joining us virtually attending this event. So we are grateful for them for joining us and we appreciate their presence. To kick off the day, I would like to invite on the stage Mr. Saurabh Maini, our Head of Consumer Business, to deliver the welcome note. Please join me as I welcome him on the stage, everyone. Let's have a round of applause for him.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Judge, MDP, even I've got my notes and come. Let's make the day a little more meaningful. So first of all, amazing to see you all here. I think thank you for taking out time. What I'll urge all of you is, let's spend today, not just in the sessions that we've curated for you, but to discuss ideas. I think today is not so much about a celebration, but it's about getting together, getting the best of Tata AIG right here in this room to see what is it that we can do better as a company for the coming years, and how do we really redefine, the market. Why is that significant, right? See, normally most meetings, most sessions, you'll hear people talk about, changes that are happening, but I think change, the way it's affecting, our industry today is very real and very now. It's no longer something which would happen in the future. It's no longer textual key, change is a constant. It's going to happen. It's happening. It's happening if you look at the world politics. It's happening if you look at, what the climatic impact is. It's happening on what's happening in terms of catastrophe losses in India. It's changing the way distribution landscape in India is changing. It's changing regulatorily for us on the insurance side. So these are events all, bridging around all of us. And at times we just tend to either overlook them or react to them. I think what we wanted to kind of set up as one of the themes was to really kind of see that how do we work together to start shaping this change. And I know it's easier said than done, meetings pe bolna, stage pe bolna, it's very, very easy. But I think as Tata AIG, we are at a stage where we are genuinely and very consciously making this effort, and we wanted to get this room together to start this journey of how do we really change this, future. So while Mayuri stole the limelight, I think, before I really get on to some of the points that I wanted to share with you. So where are we, right? So we are, as we closed FY24, I think the key points were, 15,000 crores of top line for Tata AIG. That's phenomenal. Thanks to, all of you. It puts us in roughly the top 250 companies in India in terms of, the revenues. It's further complemented by around 950 crores of profits, right? The profit before tax at 950 crores narrows down the list, puts us in around approximately the top 120, 130 companies in India across sectors. That's what you are. That's where you belong. Right? It's not a small feat by any measure. We are the third largest player in motor today in the country after New India and ICICI Lombard. We're the third largest player in commercial lines in the country after New India and ICICI Lombard. Now that's the foundation that we're talking about. But number 3 abhi ho gaya. It's something that we've been talking about for a while, and you know we've been there. We've consolidated our position there. I think the dream that I want to set for the room is that we want to be number 1. And we want to be number 1 by FY26. So we've got 2 years for all of us to get together and make that move. And why that's very, very relevant for us is because Tata AIG is nothing but its agency channel. That's what we focused on. That's the only channel that we believe in and we built on. So we don't have options, right? I don't have a luxury of saying kahin aur jaate hain. You know, the future that we all set out is right in this room. So today, you know, if I kind of break down the numbers and put it the other way, so Tata AIG agency would be contributing to around 2.5, so around 2.3% of the industry, right? So Tata AIG's share is around 5.6%. Overall, across products, across lines, I'm not doing any segmentation. And if I really narrow it down to what agency contributes within Tata AIG, roughly that would come to around 2.3% of the industry. For us to get where we want to, we need to get this number to 6% of the industry. Is it a stretch? Thoda sa hai. Can this room do it? I am convinced it's possible, and it's something that will need to, I think it can happen, I think, but this is something that will need to start today. And before we get into the sessions of the day, I just wanted to maybe spend 5 minutes of hence, you know, 3 important aspects that I believe are very, very critical. I'm taking the liberty to share it with you because, like I said, you know, Tata AIG is not just me and, you know, a couple of my colleagues who wear the band, but I think Tata AIG is all of you. And most of you here have spent far more time with Tata AIG than, you know, a lot of us. So first and foremost is ownership. Right? Agar hame ye karna hai, if we really want to be what we want to be, we'll need all of you in it with us. And we'll need to challenge the status quo. See, feedback is important, but feedback needs to lead to action. Calling out problems is very easy. See, koi bhi room mein, you don't need to achieve anything in life to say, yahan pe problem hai. You know, this doesn't work. This is not okay. Most people spend time finding their way around the problems. It's easy. Yeah, chalo kuch aur karte hain, right? Jugaad, the very typical Indian way of, you know, doing it. We'll need to confront these problems. We'll need to own them. We'll need to solve them. We'll need to thrash anything and everything. So any system, any process, any theory which comes in the way of success, I'm committing to you today that that's something that we are here and about to change. That is what we'll need to move, and that's, you know, you are closest to the market. What we'll request from all of you is that support to guide us, to give us that feedback, and to follow that through for that change to happen. For us to be able to create a better future in this changing environment. So that was the first part that I wanted to talk about. You know, the second bit is about competition. You know, 30 odd companies, 30 plus rather now. I think competition is something I might be maybe overreaching, but मुझे लगता है, you know, we create too much out of competition. See, competition will always be there and is good to have competition. It actually removes complacency. And trust me, 30 plus companies, insurance में India में competition नहीं है. You know, if you look at most of the evolved markets, the count of companies is, you know, 3 figures. See, and you know, the other aspect is, see, we've been talking about a lot of things, right? Distribution mein there has been a lot of changes. Pricing, of course, right? It never seems to end. Commissions is a different theory altogether of what's happening there. But end of the day, if so much is happening and all of us are so busy and there is so much that is being done from the insurance company side, from the distribution side, if I put that lens, eventually insurance industry is only growing at around 12 to 13%. Right? फिर तो growth ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए थी, right? If there are so many success stories and so much version is happening. And I think the aspect that at least hits me literally every morning is that, you know, where is the Facebook in insurance? Right? So benchmarking is good, but I'm a big fan of Henry Ford. You know, he had said, if I'd asked people of what they want, they would have told me they want faster horses. They wouldn't have thought of cars. Innovation in true sense is a figment of that irrationality that you challenge the status quo and bring out of it. A Facebook, an Uber, or Zomato are all creations of that, right? Who would have thought that we just wanted the delivery boy to come faster. We wanted every Kirana store to offer, you know, delivery. Who had thought of a Zomato, right? I always wanted my cab to, when I ask it, it should go where I want it to go. I never thought of an Uber. None of us did, for that matter. And that's something that, you know, brings to the point that I wanted to say that benchmarking is very good and we'll keep doing that and we'll keep bringing in a lot of tools to get perspective of where we are. But eventually to get to that leadership, so there's a saying in Hindi, if I might use it. So अगर किसी को पीछे छोड़ने से आपको अपनी लकीर लंबी करनी पड़ेगी, right? You don't become big by erasing off what the other person has done. You really become big by actually doing better yourself. And that's what, in my mind, the real competition is, right? Competition is somebody who's just quietly going about making their own business better every day. That's the real competition to worry about. And I want to leave it like a question to, you know, all of us. What are we doing today to make us better? What are we doing, you know, to do that extra bit to challenge what's happening normally? The third important facet is people, right? We generally again link it to, you know, organizations or large teams. But the crux of the matter is that all of us exist today because there are people standing behind us. There's again an interesting saying. It says, if you chop your own wood, it warms you twice. अगर आप खुद लकड़ी काटते हैं, दो बार गर्मी देती है. एक बार when you're doing the hard work of chopping the wood, एक बार when you burn the fuel. If you take care of your people, they will bring in loyalty, which really defines, you know, customer excellence. We are in service industry, right? We used to give a piece of paper, you know, incrementally we are even stopping to give that piece of paper. We've moved completely digital. We'll need to get obsessive about our customers. I don't think koi aur word hai, you know, customer service, customer excellence, customer smile. We can keep using a lot of other adjectives, but if you really sum it up, I think in everything that we do, we'll need to be obsessive about our customers. We can be good in certain segments, we can be bad in certain segments. We might not be able to give you, you know, quotes in certain segments. But I think what we will need to do as Tata AIG and as all of us is to become so obsessive about our customers that there's nobody at service or nobody who's better at risk solutions than we are. And that's what will define our future. These are some of, like I said, I won't, you know, take too much of time, but these are some of the thoughts that I wanted to leave, you know, with all of you for today. I think the day has been structured very beautifully, and, you know, while we'll have some very interesting sessions, I would encourage, again, all of you to exchange notes. Let's discuss, you know, you have the entire Tata AIG leadership team as well around here to see what needs to get done to start this journey and make, you know, the milestones that I've been talking about. I'll take, you know, a quick 30 seconds to call, you know, the leadership on the dais so that you all know them. And you know, these are the people who are going to be guiding us all along the way. So if I may call upon Prateek. So Prateek, with the changes that have happened in the organization, is if you're not already aware, is going to be heading our entire agency business. He's been part of the system for more than 7 years and brings in a lot of experience. He's going to be anchoring that. We've got Ashutosh, Kiran Kumar and Mridul from the motor agency team. So again, I think leaders in their own might, they've been really tasked to get us to a 15% market share. That's what I'm demanding out of all of them, that let's challenge what we do and, get to the next stage. Narinder Negi, anchoring our health agency business. I think this is one business where we started late. We've had hiccups. There is no shame in acknowledging that in this room. We've had some challenges in the beginning, but I think now we believe we are in a very, very strong space and the business is doing exceedingly well, and this is what we're going to put a lot of focus on. Again, while numbers might look small, but it'll be interesting for all of you, within the GI space, we are already the largest. So we clearly believe our only competition is Sahis, and that's where we are going to take them head on, and we're going to be very, very relevant in health agency in the next, couple of years. I want to call Jaydeep on stage. So the guy who's been heading our travel business, so clearly making Tata AIG the #1 travel insurer. Sorry, I think he's out of the room. So again, a business where we've made good progress. An example to the resilience of what dreams can do. We started FY24 with around 22% market share in travel. We ended the year with around 29% market share in travel. So I think again a story ki, if you really want, numbers are just a byproduct. And we're again committed. We'll be doing a lot of new stuff around travel and, challenging the status quo, because this is a space where we really believe we can go very, very strong. Arpit from the commercial lines agency team. So this has been a space, I think, where we've had our challenges, a lot happening on Laghu, Sukshma. I know a lot of feedback, and I'm hoping to get more today. SMEs have been a fairly challenging risk to write. But again, I think we've spent a lot of time as an organization. We've worked with a lot of experts. We believe we're beginning to get sense of what are the areas where we really want to invest. And you will see a lot coming from Tata AIG in that solution approach. Happening in the future. Now we have Santosh, Madan, Anuj and Pradeep from our HOM business. So again, I think the team who's been responsible for anchoring our deep geography penetration. So again, heartening to know today Tata AIG is now physically present in around 700 plus locations. So we are there. We are there where the businesses are there, where your expansion plans could be. We've got somebody who belongs to Tata AIG right there to service, very strongly supported by claims, and the whole setup is now taking very, very beautiful shape again. I think I take the liberty to call two more gentlemen on the stage. So we've got Kiran Kumar, Kiran Chavan, who heads the product and strategy for consumer business. So the team who gets a lot of flack for setting up, but does a lot of hard work for putting the back end in place, and we're definitely seeing a lot of improvement. And Hemant Gande, who heads our training. I think just one last comment on training. Now we've always been very, very proud as a company to have a very dedicated training setup, which is very unlike in any of the GI companies for sure. Sahis did try to emulate something. I genuinely believe that what we've done on training engagements with our partners still leads a lot to be desired, and you will see a lot from our end where we want to work with all of you again in partnering in your growth, in enriching that, and also developing programs, for your teams if you want. And that's a whole capability that Hemant and team now are almost set with. We've got ISO certifications onto our bid, and that's the strength that we really want to kind of bring on board. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's the leadership team of Tata AIG for you. Let's have a fruitful day. Thank you.
Let's take one group picture. Ladies and gentlemen, this team has worked tirelessly to ensure the success of this initiative. So a big round of applause for the entire team. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll request Mr. Pratik Gupta to stay back on the stage. It's time to dive into our first session. I'll request Mr. Pratik Gupta, Senior Executive Vice President and Head of Agency, to present the business updates. Can we have a round of applause for him, everybody?
Thank you, thank you. So, right now I'm the only person standing between you guys and the launch of the next season of Giant Steps. So, but it's definitely very critical to reflect upon what we have achieved as a team, and Saurabh spoke about that in brief. So let's just look at some of the numbers that we've achieved in last few years, and not just that. What do we have in future? Where exactly we are moving in terms of our product, in terms of our underwriting claims. So quick update on that. I think first thing first, the biggest achievement as a team that we've been able to put up is overall top line of 15,000 crores. So another round of applause for each one of you for achieving that. Extremely proud to again share that majority of this business, more than 40% of this business, comes from agency distribution. And as Saurabh said, we're committed in building this. We're looking at not just at overall agency as as business. The reason we have so many teams, so many team members, so many verticals is that we want to have a razor sharp focus on each line of business, on every sub segment of whether it is motor, whether it is health, whether it is commercial line, whether it is travel, and make sure that we have our agents' presence not just across product lines but across geographies. So as you can see, we've been leading the industry. We've been outpacing the industry, not just by 1 or 2 percentage points. Our CAGR last 5 years has been 21%, when the industry was growing at about 13%. Travel continues to be one segment where we have been market leaders throughout, and we are only strengthening our position as we move forward. So prior to COVID, our market share was in 20s, and now we're touching almost 30% in market share in travel. Not just in group health, but we continue to be very, very substantial in leisure travel, in the retail leisure segment. And now, after a gap of almost 5-6 years, we've come up with a new best-in-class product, and we'll talk about in detail as we move ahead. Motor continues to be our flagship product. All of you know that in terms of old motor, especially in private car, we are #1 player. And this is one segment that we are not going to leave. We'll continue to maintain our leadership position in motor, as we move forward. So in spite of being #1, in spite of being substantial, our accretion, especially on the private car side, has been one of the highest in the industry. And with the latest changes, with the revisions that we've made in last couple of months, especially in May itself, we genuinely believe that we'll again take the growth rates exponentially higher. Commercial line, we've had a very good year. While the industry was growing at about industry grew at about 7%. Overall, as an organization, we grew at about 14% in commercial line. And health, of course, we've been outpacing the industry for last 4 straight years now. However, the aspiration, as Saurabh said, is not just that. We clearly want to become substantial, and from current market share of about 2.5%, 2.6%, we want to move to at least 5% in next couple of financial years. So to talk about motor, and especially on the private car side, I think all of us have been focusing a lot on building rollover book. Most of you would have grown exponentially in your businesses with us, and overall in private car rollover. One thing which we genuinely believe can be added in the agency overall portfolio is the new car portfolio. Right now there is too much of opaqueness, too much of price opaqueness which is there in the market, and we believe Tata AIG is the only company in the industry which can play a significant role while getting more transparency and while giving best possible deal to our customers. So the message is very simple, and it is loud and clear that we guarantee the best price in private car new business. You get us a quote which can better Tata AIG, we'll change the rates. We are as confident as that. And I think we're not just talking about it. There are very clear early, green shoots that we are seeing in our businesses. Akhilji is somewhere sitting over here only, one of our CEO club producers from Delhi, and in no time, in last few months, we've grown the business of private car from 0 to 20 lakhs, with his support. And this year we are targeting almost 5 crores of business with him. So the point I'm trying to make is this is not something which is not possible. There are multiple such examples which we have across locations. The only thing is that all of us will have to start exploring and start sending out this message loud and clear to all the advisors and people again who are watching live. This is one segment where, Tata AIG is the only, one of the only players who can support you in your quest to build this as a next profit center. Along with new car, now what we've added another as a segment, and the details of which is lying on all the tables right now, is we've launched a new product on private car new, which is extended warranty. This again is one segment which is largely unexplored from for advisors as fraternity. Most of this business today is catered by OEMs directly through the dealers, and we believe that again all of you can play a significant role while building this business for us and for all of you. Similarly, on the old side now, as I just mentioned, we've identified certain segments. Competition has looking at our strides, people had reacted, competition reacted, and a lot of segments people were almost matching, where the price that Tata AIG was offering. So we reviewed our entire pricing strategy last 2 months, and our add-on rates now, effective 17th of this month, we believe are now one of the best in the market. This will ensure that our landing price in the segments that we want to focus is best in market, in best across industry. So again, I would request all of you to make use of that and ensure we have meaningful growth for each of your businesses with these prices. Other than this, there are certain products which are now clearly making inroads in the industry. So there are segments where we have given rates, and now we are moving towards giving customers benefit of price based on their individual usage and their individual performance. And this is where products like pay as you drive, products like where we are offering discount based on CIBIL come into play. Pay as you drive, there is a lot of opportunity. We have been working tirelessly to optimize our process to make sure that we give you the best possible turnaround time and the best possible tech solution as far as inspection is concerned, and we scale up in some of the non-preferred segments also with these products. And then of course for electric vehicle, which is again a next big thing in the industry, we have now launched add-ons which are very, very relevant to electric vehicles, just to ensure that we complete that entire bouquet. So this is on the motor side. As I said, this continues to be our mainstay. We will make sure that we continue to be the market leader, whether it comes to price, whether it comes to product, whether it comes to claims. You would have seen the network expansion that we are having, especially in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities now across India. So there are there is a very clear target which our claims team is driving towards by setting up preferred garages across all these tier 2 and tier 3 cities, just to make sure that the price advantage that we are passing on to you stays, and we keep bettering that. Health, we've got a super hit range of product when it comes to Medicare series. Medicare and Medicare Premier continues to be the only product in the segment which offers best in class comprehensive cover. I'm yet to see a claim in Medicare or Medicare Premier where the deductions have been upwards of whatever 2,000, 3,000, right? So very, very comprehensive product. But along with that, we thought that there are segments which which maybe Medicare or Medicare Premier are not able to cater, and that's when we launched Health Supercharge as a product, especially focusing towards smaller cities. Medicare Lite, again, restricted cover for bigger locations, the metro locations, and elder care, a product which was focused more towards senior citizens. Beyond these products, of course, there were demand about enhancing the product, about getting more features into these products, and with the new set of add-ons that we've launched, whether it is zero copay in elder care, whether it is again no zonal copay in supercharge, or consumables in Medicare Lite, I think we are completing the entire product range to make sure that Tata AIG health insurance promise is not just available to an affluent class of customer, but is available to customers across age segments and across income segments, across locations, whether it is metro, whether it is non-metro, whether it is a district, whether it is a sub-district. So we're completing the product bouquet with this, and this year, this entire year, our focus, other than product, will be on getting more efficiency, getting more speed, and getting more operational efficiency, when it comes to underwriting. So very recently now, what we are moving towards is in-housing of our complete underwriting, of our complete tele-MER and medical underwriting right now, which we do either virtually or over a call. So what we're doing is we're getting setting up a team of doctors, which already started. And the idea is that while we do any tele-underwriting, we do not just pass on the information between the customer and Tata AIG. What we are now doing is we are taking a decision on the call itself, where a doctor is speaking to a customer, understanding the risk requirements. There are counter questions which we are asking, whether it is related to current medical treatment or any history, and the decision is being given on the call itself, so that we cut down the overall decision time, we cut down the overall issuance time. The initial results have been very, very positive, where the cases, the segments which we started with, where we were taking 1.5 days time to take a decision and to review a case, we are taking a decision on day 0, rather in 2 hours flat. The idea is that we extend this team, and by December of this year, we want to 100% make this in-house. So this was on the health side. As I said, on the our strength continues to be claim, whether it is motor, whether it is commercial line, whether it is travel, whether it is health. The reason we are highlighting health claim is a couple of years back there were a lot of feedbacks, suggestions to improve, and I think we've traveled a long distance from moving 100% in-house to now achieving some of the best-in-class turnaround times, and not just turnaround times, creating customer delight, if I can use that, because we now have the best-in-class NPS, the Net Promoter Score for our health claims. For last 3 years now, Insurance Broking Association of India has been rating us overall as the best insurer, but not just that, we are being rated the best in health claims, which I think is a very, very big achievement, and which we're really proud to talk about. So the NPS score, which was about 44 in June 2023, in March 23 has moved to 73 for our health claims. We're now, just to augment this, what we're doing now is every week we are publishing a customer testimonial through Tata AIG official social media handle. So every week one customer, a satisfied customer, is talking about their own claim experience, not just specific to health, but whether it is health, whether it is travel, whether it is commercial line. The idea is to bring out the power which Tata AIG claims, the Tata AIG claims philosophy, which we have been following for years in the public domain. And similarly on the travel side, as I spoke, we have a very good product now, which is called Travel Guard Plus. Why it is very unique is beyond the features that we are offering, this is the first time that in the retail segment we have launched instant gratification. Instant gratification, as in customer need not intimate a claim, based on the data, based on the flight details, for cancellation and for trip delays. We are already settling now claims by default. So instantly the amount gets credited in customer's account. In week 1, I think we were able to settle 4 claims instantly, So this to our understanding can be a game changer, and we want to expand this product across segments now. With this product, we now have a capability to even do a per day pricing, especially in the Asia segment, and we believe again in Shenzhen segment we have one of the best pricing now with this product. So overall, whether it is motor, whether it is health, whether it is travel, whether it is commercial line, where very recently now we've identified our preferred segments, whether it is group health, where our online rates have become again very aggressive for our preferred segments, for especially SME lives, SMEs. And similarly, there are preferred segments which we have defined, whether it is under construction, property, engineering. So some of these segments will continue to be very aggressive. I understand that post deregulation, the pricing has taken a beating, and all of us are experiencing that competition across. But Tata AIG is geared up. All the underwriters, our teams are working towards identifying those segments and bringing you the best, as far as these segments are concerned. On the liability side, again, we have opened certain segments. This is the first time that Tata AIG has ventured into professional indemnity as a product. Again, I would request if all of you can start using that once it goes live. And surety bonds, again, which has been one of the feedbacks, one of the demands from all of you, is now open for sourcing. So we'll continue to get more segments, continue to open segments, and get more sharper in our approach. But as Saurabh said, the idea is that we are not looking at a number 2 or a number 3. We clearly want to establish ourselves as the number 1 player across industry and definitely in agency. So we need your support. And before we move to giant steps, I think one of the biggest achievement that we as a team have been able to co-create has been changing life. This year, the theme of giant step is a step closer towards achieving your dreams. And before we go to giant steps, some of the case studies which I would like to share and which have been very, very moving, at least for me. Amongst us, we have very, very significant achievers. So Karan Seth from Delhi, one of our producers from Delhi, he joined us. He's been working for us for the last few years, but 2017 he was achieving Gold Club, doing a yearly business of 20-25 lakhs for a year. And this year he has been able to qualify as a CO Club producer, doing more than 5 crore business. What is unique, and I'm sure most of you sitting over here will have a similar case, similar story. But what is unique is, rather than rather than just focusing on getting the best out of Tata AIG or best deal out of Tata AIG, Karan, the success mantra of Karan has been that he has expanded his domain. He was earlier doing only private car. Today, he's doing at least six lines and 6 major segments with us. He's doing private car, he's doing health, he's doing commercial vehicle, commercial line. So all these segments he's very, very relevant now. He's focusing on the strengths, getting more transparency, giving constructive feedbacks, and that is the reason, along with Tata AIG, our team is very, very proud, in getting Karan to where he is today. Another thing, and another story I might have spoken about in some of our health events. Again, very moving is Ravi from Karimnagar. So Ravi joined us only 9 months back. Sometime back, a year before he moved to Dubai for work, didn't work out. He came back to India. Because of whatever struggle he was going through, he started distributing breads to the Kirana stores across that location. And one of our super associate, in fact, his head is sitting over here only. Vidya Sagar is sitting here. So Vidya and his team identified Ravi. He was doing a lot of hard work. He was working like 10 to 12 hours a day, and he was making about 10,000, 12,000 per month. He was identified. They did a 3-hour, 4-hour session with him, motivated him that this is how you can change life. This is how you can actually live your dream by coming to insurance, and we will handhold you we will train you in health insurance, and you can be an advisor. He agreed. He started working with us. 9 months flat, he's been able to produce business of 20 lakhs in first 9 months. But that's not where the story ends. From 12,000 per month, his monthly income is now above 1 lakh. For last 7 months, he's been earning more than 1 lakh every month. And today he's dreaming to become, our next super associate in that location. One of the super associate, again from, Vidya's team, he was a cab driver. He was a school bus cab driver, again in that location, trying to make the ends meet. Now his name is Satish, and Satish, again started with us as an advisor. Last 1.5 years, from being zero in insurance, today FY24, he closed with us at 1 crore of fresh health premium. He today commands a team of more than 23 advisors, and that's not where the story ends. He has taken a pledge to change lives of 100 families. His aim is not income. His aim is not the number of agents. His aim is that I want to change 100 families' ka lifestyle. I want to change their income status. I want to fulfill their dreams. I think this is what Tata AIG. This is what Tata AIG team at the ground can do with all of you. And I'm sure there are multiple such stories. I went to one of the meetings very recently, Saurabh, and one thing which really moved me, one of the producers, one of the largest, biggest, brokers working with us, he told me, Tata AIG, so basically I went with my team, and he said कि अभी Tata AIG के अंदर क्या है कि people talk about business कैसे बढ़ाना है. They don't talk about कि share बढ़ाना है. They talk about कि आपका business कैसे बढ़ाना है. I think that is something which is my personal responsibility and my team's personal responsibility, that we do not only talk about having a pie of what you are doing, but how, we co-create something which is very unique. We co-create something which you have not ventured into before, whether it is new car, whether it is extended warranty, whether it is retail health, whether it is commercial line. We really want to walk the talk and ensure that you have significant base in each of these line of businesses. So thank you very much, and I wish you a rocking financial year 25, and I hope that with all your support, we should be creating the biggest distribution setup in the country, not just in terms of top line, bottom line, but biggest in terms of outreach. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Gupta, for that comprehensive presentation. Before we move ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we have something special for you. So instead of me talking more about it, why don't we have a video? So can we please have the AV? Now I'd like to invite on the stage Mr. Kiran Chauhan, Senior Vice President of Product and Strategy, to share the details with all of us. Let's have a round of applause for the gentleman.
Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am truly honored and privileged to welcome each one of you, our esteemed producers who are sitting here, and all our producers who have joined online. and senior management from Tata AIG team. Today, agency channel contributes more than 33% of the general insurance industry. And for Tata AIG is one of the flagship channel contributing more than 40% of our GWP, right? It is that crucial. And Tata AIG truly boasts of one of the largest and the most productive agency channel. And our annual loyalty program, JanStep, has played a very significant role in making our agency channel what it is today, right? So let's talk about JanStep FY25. JanStep is for our agency channel, which is the largest agency channel in the industry, and it's the most productive agency channel, right? JanStep was introduced somewhere in 2003, and today it has completed more than 2 decades. In these 2 decades, program has undergone significant transformation in terms of size and scale. In 2018, we had 3,000 producers with club status. And in just 6 years, this 3,000 number has increased to more than 11,000 producers. It's a significant transformation. And the important thing to note is that even today, more than 1,500 producers get club status right in the first year of inception with Tata AIG.
confidence? Yeah.
We need to keep on challenging ourselves, how fast is very fast, how high is very high. And we can always, be stronger, faster, higher. I think that's the Tata AIG I aspire for, that's the Tata AIG I aim for. And I thank you all for being part of this journey. And we will, I promise you, together, we will make Tata AIG as the #1 general insurance company in India.
Tata AIG, Tata AIG, Tata AIG, Tata AIG. Tata AIG, we love Tata AIG.
So this video started even before I made my point. This video is basically FY23 Giant Step execution recap, and it shows why do we have best-in-class NPS for our trips, best-in-class Net Promoter Score, and best-in-class execution skills. And this is probably one of the reasons why Giant Step is regarded very highly in the industry. Yeah. So FY24 is already over, and results of the Giant Step would be announced very soon. We have already launched a couple of our destinations for few clubs. but for the benefit of everyone, here is the destination for all our clubs for FY24 Jan Steps. For Bronze Club, we have regional conference. Bronze Plus, we have domestic conference. For Silver, the destination is Pattaya. Gold, Malaysia. Platinum, Baku. In Diamond, we have different destinations for top 7. For top 7, we'll be taking to Vietnam. And for rest of India, it is Ras Al Khaimah and Abu Dhabi. For Emerald Club, destination is not finalized. We'll be announcing it very soon, maybe in the next fortnight or so. For CEO Club and CEO Plus Club, it is Oktoberfest, Austria and Munich. And for CEO Inner Circle and CEO Prestige, it is Scottish Highlands and London. For CEO Club, we'll be releasing teaser videos very soon. All of you who are qualifiers for CEO Club will be getting it on their mobile within a week. Now let's move on to FY25 Jan Step. Now for the benefit of new producers who have joined us recently, I'll explain it. We have 11 clubs in our Jan Step FY25 program, divided across 3 categories. We have Bronze, Bronze Plus, Silver and Gold in category 1. We have Platinum, Diamond and Emerald in category 2. And CEO, CEO Plus, CEO Inner Circle and CEO Prestige in category 3. So we have total 11 clubs. Our entry level club starts at 5 lakh weighted GWP. And our highest club currently is CEO Prestige Club, which is at 25 CR. Now target, weighted GWP target is different for a few clubs for top 7 and ROI locations. When I say top 7, it is Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Ahmedabad and Hyderabad. Apart from weighted GWP, which is written on the screen, there is another requirement of growth. So every club has a different requirement in terms of growth target. So the numbers lapse threshold that you see on the slide is basically a weighted GWP, which is basically a multiplication of your GWP and certain weightages, which I'll be talking about on the next slide. Whereas the growth is calculated on the absolute GWP, absolute business given to Tata AIG. Right? So I'll talk about the formula sometime later. In terms of product weightages, till last year we used to have weightages at the product level and the LOB level. So this we have simplified significantly in this Jan Step program. Our weightages are product agnostic. These are based on the LOB, right? It's a very simplified weightage structure this year. This year we have merged our main Jan Step and the Health Jan Step. So previous year you used to run 2 different Jan Step programs, main Jan Step and Health Jan Step. This year it is 1 program only. For health business, we are giving different multipliers. So someone who is doing less than 20 lakh business on an annual basis, he'll get 1x multiplier. Someone who is doing between 20 to 80 lakhs, he'll get 2x multiplier. And beyond 80 lakhs, it is 3x multiplier. So basically your health business, the more and more health business that you do, you will be more encouraged, you will be moved to a higher clubs basis your health business, right? And for loss ratio, till last year we used to have a single loss ratio for across LOBs. But we realized that more than 20% of our producers work with us in more than one LOB. And hence we decided to keep separate loss ratio target basis LOB. So depending on the business mix of a particular producer, say for example, one producer is giving A business in motor, B in health, C in travel and D in CL and G in travel, there would be weighted loss ratio target for that particular producer. So apart from slab thresholds, that is your weighted GWP and the growth target requirements, there would be another hygiene requirements for a producer to qualify for Jan Steps. So there are certain hygiene conditions which are basically gate criteria. So your check bounce has to be less than 2%, your more than 7-day receivable has to be 0. In terms of retention, health renewal has to be 80% on NOP and private car has to be 70% on NOP. Right. So just to summarize, qualifying criteria. So there are 4 things which need to be met in order to get qualified for Jan Step. your club threshold, your growth target, your loss ratio, and your hygiene criteria. Now, how growth target is arrived at? Now, if you look at the formula, your last year's total business minus last year total health business multiplied by the growth target of your respective club, right? So basically what we are saying here is we don't want to give any growth target for health business of producer, right? On the rest of the business, he will get growth target basis the club that he was in last year. And this growth target is applicable only for the existing producers, not for the new producers who join in this particular financial year. To promote a super associate and mentorship, we also allow them to be a part of our Giant Step program. So for super associate and mentors, 50% of weightage on network agents is considered for Giant Step program, and minimum 2 network agents need to be qualified for that super associate or mentor to be eligible for Giant Step. So that was all with respect to the Giant Step construct for FY25. Now let's move on to the benefits. All our Giant Step benefits are categorized into 3 broad categories. One is celebration and recognition, second is knowledge development, and the third one is lifestyle. So for our Bronze Club, we have regional conference. For our Bronze Plus, we have domestic conference. And from Silver Club onwards, we have international conference to Southeast Asia, Middle East, and so on. Right. In the knowledge and development, we have curated development program, which is basically a physical training, which might be TMTC or MDP programs for gold and above clubs. There's a digital certification program where from this year onwards, we'll be launching our LMS-based training modules, which would be extended to our producers, and they can get their product trainings, they can get leadership training and soft trainings, etc. There's something new that we have added in this year's Giant Step program, which is basically a next generation skill development program. What it is that I'll explain in the upcoming slide. In the lifestyle, we have annual health checkup, we have branded merchandise for producers, branded merchandise for customers, etc. So this slide talks about Bronze, Bronze Plus, and Silver Club. And here are the benefits for Gold Club and above. Now moving on to the next slide. Till last year, we used to get a lot of feedback from our producers that if one club is at 50 lakhs, the next subsequent club is at 1 CR. Producers who complete 50 lakhs, but they are sure that they are not able to reach, would not be able to reach 1 CR in this particular year, they get little disincentivized because there's no incentive for them to move higher and higher within the same club, right? So in all those clubs where there is a significant gap or distance to be traveled in order to get qualified for the next club, we have introduced a single room or extra ticket on achieving the growth target, which is double than the requisite target for that respective club, right? So say for example, for the Diamond Club, if the normal growth target which is required for Diamond Club is 20%, but if you achieve 40% growth, you will get 1 extra ticket for the international trip. So this is a new change that we have introduced this year onwards. And this benefit is applicable provided you are within the same club with that growth rate. If you switch the club, then you are not eligible for this particular thing. Because anyways, your destinations, your tickets would automatically increase if you qualify for the next club. So just to summarize, there are 3 things that we have done to take this year's Giant Step a notch higher. We have club main Giant Step and health Giant Step. The objective was to incentivize multi-line producers. As I said in the beginning, more than 20% of our producers give us business in more than 1 LOB. We believe that with higher weightages on higher multipliers for health business, this year's producers would be able to move to higher clubs more swiftly. There would be enhanced experience. Till last year, when we used to run Health Giant Step, our qualifier count was little limited, and hence there was little restriction in terms of the kind of experience that we used to offer them, right? But this merging of Giant Steps will help us enhance experience. And for Health Giant Step, entry level club was at 15 lakhs. So with the merging, we have introduced entry club at 5 lakh even for the Health Giant Step producers, right? There's an incremental benefit which I spoke about in the last slide. We have introduced extra incentives for producers to do double the growth for their respective club. And again, the simplified weightages, as I said, this year we did not have weightages at the product level. It is at the LOB level and product agnostic. So it will help you understand or evaluate where you are currently. Great. And there's something more to this Giant Step program. As I said in the beginning, Giant Step is more than 2 decades old. And in these 2 decades, we have undergone significant transformation. Our highest club was earlier 5 CR, then it was increased to 10 CR, and today the highest club is at 25 CR. But we have seen that most of our producers, they keep on pushing their boundaries. So this year, without even introducing a higher club, for all those producers who will do 50 CR business in the CEO Prestige, we have something for them. May I request to put up AV, please? Unlock limitless luxury at 50 CR. What that limitless luxury is everything up to your imagination. You can expect Rolls Royce, you can expect private chartered plane. We'll not spill the beans at this stage. It is something for next year. And as I promised, there's one more thing that I wanted to explain, what we are going to introduce, is the next generation skill development program. As I said, agency channel is a flagship channel for Tata AIG. And we intend to get next generation of our producers ready for the next phase of growth. So basically what we want to do is, for the children of our producers who are interested in building their career in the insurance industry, we will offer invites from all our producers, and basis certain selection criteria, we will empower them for the next phase of growth. How we are going to do that is basically, we'll offer them internship opportunity at Tata AIG, wherein they can get exposure to multiple departments of general insurance company. They'll be able to attend leadership induction, orientation and engagement program along with a management training program that Tata AIG has with the various campuses. And there will be another curated training program which will be designed with the renowned institutes. So this is something that we are planning to introduce. Very soon you will hear about it. And we hope to see maximum participation in this next generation skill development program. So this is it from our side for FY25 Giant Steps. We'll be sharing the program document very soon through SMS, email and WhatsApp with respect to for all our producers. In case you have any queries on this particular program, you can reach out to your respective RMs. And we hope to see all of you getting qualified in this Giant Step program. All the best and thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chavan, for your valuable insights. As I said in the beginning, we have attendees who are watching this live virtually. We feel honored to have hosted you. Thank you so much for your